Let's play some APBA golf. John, how are you doing?
Good, Scott. Long time no hear.
Yeah, it's when I had to even go back and look at the last time you and I did a live stream, which was the last time certainly you and I played together. It was back in September of last year, so a full 6 months ago.
Yeah, we were in
And
the process of moving, so yeah, I remember it well.
right, you had things going on. I had things going on. Clearly, I've continued to play APBA golf, a lot of APBA golf, but haven't recorded anything. So I had to actually go back yesterday and look at the front nine that we played back in September to just refresh my memory on what happened. I mean, I had an emotional memory. Some would call it maybe a trauma of trailing you by 3 strokes with Dustin Johnson, but it was, and that was a little painful to have to relive watching that. But I'm glad I did, and I realized, I guess maybe for the first time, while it took us quite a while to get through that front nine because we ran into all kinds of stuff that we had to figure out on the fly what we were going to do and how we were going to handle it. But that's a pretty instructive video. I mean, it's kind of its own little tutorial there. There's if you're new to APBA golf and or trying to get into the master game and understand some of the complexities of how to do certain things, that's a pretty good video to watch because we cover an awful lot in there, and maybe some of that stuff will come up again tonight. But I want to get through these 9 holes with you, and like to do it at as quickly as we can, meaning with some added pace. I guess is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. So on the screen, and I'm assuming you can see this, I've got your Bobby Jones card there, his 1930s all-time great, and I've got Dustin Johnson's card. And remember, because we started this round back in September of 2023, I was using his 2022 season card that's there. And, both these guys have some pretty impressive numbers on their cards. Not so much Dustin with his putting, and maybe we would say the same thing about Bobby Jones. But these are not your typical players by any stretch. But I got 3 strokes to make up, and hopefully I can make some headway at least on that here on the back 9 at Sandhills. Are you ready to get going?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. I was gonna start the broadcast with an audio clip. And John, I don't know if this will be lost on you because I don't know whether you're into music or not. But I was gonna start with the Counting Crows song, Mr. Jones and Me. I don't know if you remember that.
Sure.
Around the 1990s. But then, YouTube is fairly particular about, using any copyrighted content. And, I wasn't going to play the whole song, obviously, but I decided against it because I would hate for the video to get booted by YouTube, Google, simply because of that content. So I didn't do that. The other thing is that you and I have, before the video got started here, the live stream got started, you and I decided that we were going to play by a little different sandscape and pine needles rules than we did last time. And so if for those folks who've watched, part 1, the first video for this round, you'll notice that we're doing things a little bit differently just because we've had some time to reflect on what we think is intended by the notes on the course boards and just came up with a slightly different interpretation. And I won't get into the details of all that, but some viewers, if they watch both videos, will notice a difference there, and that's not accidental. That's by design. All right, so let me go ahead and get us started with the game caddy itself here, and I'm going to enlarge this so it's a little bit easier to see. Oh, and by the way, we were using version 5.3.3 of the game caddy last time, and all I've done is I have taken the information from that workbook and transferred it over to the current version of the game caddy, which is version 6.2. So things may look a little bit different on the screen, and that's the reason why, because this version of the game caddy both looks different and operates a little different as well, has a couple more features. Okay, as I mentioned, you're up by 3, meaning that you're shooting even par with Bobby Jones, and I am 3 over with Dustin Johnson. We're now going to start off on hole number 10, which is the hole that's in the background over on this screen here. And let me go ahead and move the cards off of there. And move these ball markers. We're using pin number 3. That's the same one we had last time, which is right down here. Once again, the ball markers will not, they want to stick to my fingers for some reason. This is a long par 5 at 617 yards. And I'm going to come over this way a little bit with this so you can see the likely landing area for our tee shots, which presumably will be somewhere in this neighborhood here. I don't even remember who's up, but the game caddy will remember that for me once we load hole number 10. Okay. Looks like you're up.
Okay, so the clubs are correct.
Yes, yeah. You had selected a 3-wood, 5-wood, and a 3-iron.
Okay.
And because this is a par 5, obviously the carry objective is 615 yards, which is meaningless for this tee shot. We do have a headwind, a variable headwind on this. So that means that we won't know whether or not the ball is affected by wind until after you take the shot.
I've noticed that the course is soaked.
Yeah, I can review the conditions real quickly. Again, I watched the video and I'm forgetting that you did not. All right, so pin number 3. Oh, and we have blustery conditions. I need to change that. We still ended up with a headwind, despite the fact that I hadn't done anything, and that's because this dice roll of 63 was done by the game caddy.
Right.
So we have soaked course conditions, so that means fairway rolls are going to lose 15 yards, and green rolls are going to lose 5. All right. Now, put this back up here, and this chart looks different than what you saw in the front 9. Hopefully it'll be a little bit easier to figure out what clubs you want to select.
Yeah, I like this presentation a lot.
What's your club?
5-wood.
All righty. While you're thinking about whether you want to aim or not, I'll just call your attention to the hole notes up here. So just want to make sure. Yeah, I loaded hole 10. Okay, shots landing or rolling on the fairway behind the greens, you add an additional 10 yards roll. And first putts from back to front of the green, you read the putting result 2 columns longer than the actual distance. So you want to stay on the front side of the green if possible. Are you going to aim the ball?
Yeah, I'm going to aim. I'm going to aim 10 to the right.
All righty. Put that in there for you. And you want me to do the rolling again like last time?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, please.
Oh, I'm sorry. A 54.
15? No, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Yeah, 15. Sorry.
Yeah,
15.
that sounds about right. That's a typical number for that. We'll take the shot here. And the headwind knocked you back 10 yards and blew you 5 yards to the left. So this shot, this 5-wood only went 195 and left 15. So, and you will not get any fairway roll. So let me come over here. 195 left 15. And let's see where that puts you.
Supposed to be in bad shape. Whew. Boy, did that knock that down.
Well, at least you're in the fairway.
Yeah. But now I just tip my hat to you and say, okay, you have the win now.
Yeah, do it better than I did. Okay, all right. So we'll update that shot.
Yep.
You're in the fairway. And that shot is recorded. All right. Oops. For whatever reason, I didn't select my 3 clubs, but I remember what I had. I had a 4-wood, I had a 2-iron, and I had a 3-iron.
Okay.
I think that's right.
That's close enough.
All right. So we'll hit the all-in-one button again. I'm going to go with a 4-wood, and I'm going to aim 10 to the right. Is that what you did? Did you do 10 right? I can't remember. I think that's what you did.
I think I did 5 right, I think.
Okay. All right. Well, here goes. 55 in the W column is a 2, and that is his average W. So I will take that bonus, and let's see what happens with the wind here. So, oh goodness. So I lost 20 yards on the wind and got blown 10 more yards to the right. So I went 235, right 25, and I'm not going to have any fairway roll. 235, right 25. I'm right there. So
okay.
I'm in the fairway as well. We'll update that. You know, these soaked conditions just cause you to play totally different than you normally would. All right. Now you're going to be up. And I'm going to do you a solid here, and I'm going to tell you, or the game caddy is going to tell you, that first bunker on the left is 210. Well, it's 210 yards to the 400-yard mark. So,
okay.
So on the screen here, here's the 400-yard mark, and that's 210 from where you are. And I'm just letting you know that in case you want to lay up close, you know,
yeah,
in front of the bunker, or, you know, maybe you can thread the needle there. It's up to you.
Sure. I'm going to hit a 5-iron.
All right.
I'm sorry. I'm going to hit a 4-iron.
Okay.
Sorry, 4-iron.
No worries.
Yeah. And I'm not going to work the ball. I'm just going to hit it and try to get down the middle.
All right. 32, man. So I was kidding you before we got started that your dice rolls were phenomenal on the front 9, and now it's payback time for that. The dice gods are not doing you any favors.
14.
32 is 14 in the W column.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. So 380, right 25. You didn't have any wind effect on that.
So, 380, right 25?
Yeah, 380, right 25 with no roll.
All right. I'm in the trees. Pine needles. I'm sorry.
Yes, you're on those pine needles. That's there.
And no roll, right?
No roll.
Okay.
So let's come back here and we'll figure out what your lie is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll dice here by pressing Control D. That's the hotkey combination for doing the APBA dice roll. So we'll do that. And the roll, let's see, for pine needles, you just roll one die. So the one die is a 1, and you're going to play that as sand. Okay?
Right.
So we'll close that. And so essentially what we're going to say is that that's a fairway bunker where you're at.
Okay. Yep.
And that's one of the changes from how we would have done that last time. Okay. Instead of using the sand column.
Okay.
All right. Now my turn here. And I want to see, I'm just going to grip it and rip it. I mean, you know, sometimes I can overthink things. So I'm going to hit a 4-wood. And again, I can't aim because it's the second shot on a par 5, you can't aim. So a 64 on DJ's card is a 3 in the W column. So let's see what the wind does to me. Blew me 5 to the left. So I end up going a total of 15 to the left, 475 left 15. And I'm not going to get any roll either. 475 left 15. So yeah, I'm in fine shape right there.
Yep, that's a nice shot.
Now what I'm going to do, of course, is move this over here. So it's everything is within view. You're not blocked by trees. I'm not blocked by trees. So we're in good shape here. Relatively speaking. All right. So I need to record that shot in the fairway. And you're going to be up. Now your carry objective is 240.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to hit. I'm going to hit a 3-iron.
Okay. And you're short-sighted, so you can't aim. You could work the ball if you wanted to.
No, I'm going to just hit it and see what happens.
All right. Here's your roll. Oh, there's a good roll for you, hopefully. A 33. What's that in the I column?
A 3.
Wait a minute. Excuse me. In the W column.
3.
Yep. You were all over it. Okay. So no wind on that shot. Unfortunately, you went left. So 580, left 10. And if you're on the green, you're going to get 10 green roll. Let's see where you're going to be.
Short.
You're going to be short. Okay. And so there's no fairway roll.
But that's okay.
580, left 10. So, yeah, you're just sitting right here in the fairway.
Yep. And a good angle.
Terrific shot. Smart man there. All right, so we'll record that. All right, now, I do have a good angle.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I want to knock this down because of the headwind. So I'm going to hit a 9-iron knockdown.
Okay.
And that pin is 20 yards right of the center line. So, but I don't want to go past that pin because if I have to go back to front, it's 2 columns longer. You know what I might do? I just may do an 8-iron knockdown as a precaution, but I'm going to aim, and I don't want to end up in that bunker if I can avoid it. So I'm going to aim 10 right. 8-iron and a knockdown. Here we go. 34. It doesn't really matter when you roll like that. Okay, so that's going to be a 15 in the I column. And I went 30 right. So 610, 30 right, and I'm going to lose 10 yards if I'm off the green, which I probably am. So 6, 10, 30, right? But we know that's 20, right? So that's 30, right? And then lose 10. I need to add a little light to the subject here. Yeah. And so I'm in that sandscape business. John, there's a little bit of background noise. Is that coming on my end or your end? Can you tell?
No, it's my end. My wife's on the phone.
Oh, okay.
It'll be off soon.
Okay. All right. So I put the minus 10 in here. And I need to roll to find out what surface is. And so with Sandscape, you use 2 dice, add them together, a 7, and the course board says play as sand, so we'll record that as a greenside bunker.
Okay.
All right. And I don't know who's going to be up here.
Probably me.
It is. I'll come back over here and show the board so people can see what's going on. Oh, you might need to see the chart here. I didn't think about that. All right, so that's John's the blue marker. All right, and so you're right currently you're targeting 615 right 20, which is the pin. Wind is turned off because the distance to the pin is 45 yards or less. So your wind will not affect the shot unless you decide to. Well, it won't affect the shot regardless. You're even if you select a different target, the distance to the pin is still going to be 45 yards. So, do you want that as your target, or do you want to adjust that in some way?
No, I'll take that as my target. I'm going to use the approach.
All right, and you're going right for the pin.
Yeah.
All right. Your roll's a 62. What it's at in the A column?
A 5.
All right. So this shot ends up at 610 right 20. So you are 1 square away. Again, I can show that real quick. Your shot ended up right there, and you're not behind the pin, right? So you're not going to be punting from back to front. So
right.
You're not going to.
That's what I was trying to plan for.
Well, you did a great job. All right, so let's record this. I didn't mean to do that. Let me just do this. I'll just select green. And we'll put 1 straight here and roll the dice. So you're 7 feet away.
Okay.
All right. And now me. Okay. I'm 15 to the pin. So I don't have to use the call distance. Luckily, I'm close enough to the pin, so I can just come over here and use that. Remember, if you're 20 yards or less from the pin, you ignore the call distance. Anything greater than that, you use the call distance. 31 is a 2. And I'm 7 feet away as well.
Okay.
Go over to the putting boards. We're using the regular putting boards. Now I'm 7 feet away, and we don't know whether I'm putting front to back, back to front, whatever. And as I mentioned in the last video that we did together, it doesn't really matter because we'll just take it as to the player's advantage. So you're my guest. So you want to putt first?
Sure.
From 7 feet, I assume you're going for it, but
yes.
You don't want to change your mind on that. All right, your putt roll is a 21. What's that in the P column?
27.
Oh, really? Yeah. So that's Bobby Jones. We talked about this last time. Bobby Jones has some difficulty with putting. So you're 2 feet away.
Right.
And then your next roll is a 63.
26.
And that'll be in from 2 feet. Okay.
All right. So that's a bogey, right?
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Dustin will go for it from 7 feet. 56, not a great roll, is a 24 from 7 feet. And I'm not going to gain any ground here on this one. I missed it by a foot. And the second roll is a 61, which I wish I'd had the first time because that's a 16, and that is in.
Okay.
We both bogeyed. Daggone it. That was my chance to get back a stroke, and it did not pay off. All right. Let me go ahead and start the process of loading hole 11. I'll get that course up here. There we go. Let's see what this looks like. There's hole 11. And this is par 4, 483 yards. And pin number 3 is right there. Come back over here.
This looks different than this. Wait a minute. Hold on. That's why it looks different. Hold on.
You got a different hole?
No, I didn't flip the card from 2 to 11.
Oh, okay.
They were both par 4s, and that's why I didn't. I said, wait a minute. Okay. All right.
All right.
I'm up, right?
You will be. And I got more bad news for you. We've got swirling wind on this hole.
Okay. Well, that's a crapshoot.
I'll read these hole notes to you and me because I don't certainly have them memorized. You do have a bogey, and you have one bounce back point left over from the front 9. And this hole can be set up to play an alternate distance, which we're not going to do. Shots landing on green, on or left of the red line, roll left, okay? And then first putt from one side of the red line to the other, read 3 columns longer, okay? So this red line will come into play in a big way, probably on our second shots. So, but nothing, you're not going to drive the ball 483 yards. So we'll worry about that when the time comes.
All right. Well, let's try a driver because we don't know the wind swirling. We don't know where that's going to take us.
Yeah. And let's see. So, yeah. All right.
And let's aim 15 to the left just because we can.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Driver and then 15 left.
Yeah.
And that'll cost you 5 yards.
Right.
In carry. All right. So you're electing not to take your bounce back?
That's correct.
Okay. 36 in the W column.
15.
So the wind did nothing to that
Good.
shot. So you end up 245 left 40.
245 left 40.
With 15 fairway roll.
Well, it's right on the edge of the sandscape, so we'll have to minimize that to 10, correct?
Yeah, and remember we said we were going to play this like rough and cut any roll in half. So that would be 10 roll. I forgot what I said. 245. Okay.
Right.
245 left 40 is what? Is that it? Sorry, I'm having a little trouble multitasking here. All right, 245 left 40. So that's going to be 30.
It's short of that trap.
All right, and then roll 15.
Which will only be 10, right? Because of the sandscape.
Oh, yeah, you are in that sandscape. Yes, you are correct. Yep, you're just barely in, but you're in it.
So I'm at 255 left 40.
Correct.
Okay.
And we got to figure out what your lie is going to be.
Right.
And you got a 6 with your combined roll, and a 6 is play
Deep.
as deep rough.
Yep.
All right, so
Okay.
and that's going to put some restrictions on you for your next shot.
Yeah, it'll probably give me a max 7,
Right.
which is be okay.
Okay, let's see here. I'm out of bounce back, so that's not an option for me. So what do I want to do? Do I want to hit a driver? No, I'm going to hit a 4-wood, but I'm going to go. I'm going to go maybe left 20.
Okay.
$65 is a 3. That's going to go left 2. See what the wind does to me. And I lost 10 on the carry due to the wind. So that's 230, left 30 with no roll.
Okay.
So
And
I'm
you're going to be up.
Gonna be right there.
Scott, do we have any observers? Do you know?
We don't at this point.
Okay.
I did send out a reminder to people about an hour before the broadcast, but we're competing with at a minimum some NCAA women's basketball. I don't know if that's a factor or not. I don't know what the overlap is. But
Well, it could be because of Caitlin Clark's playing. It could be.
yeah, and I think she plays at 8 Eastern time. I'm not 100% positive about that. All right, so I'm in the fairway, and I'm up again, and now I want to pay more attention. Shots landing on green on or left of the red line. Okay, and our pin placement is right of the red line. They're going to roll, so I don't want to get over there, and I don't want to have to putt. So I want to put it in the front right side of the green. That's the play, not
Yes.
across that line there. All right. Whoops, hit the wrong thing here. Okay. So 255. I'm going to hit the 2-iron, 230. I can aim. And this ball is not going to roll much. I could hit a 4-wood, and it'll lose 5 of green roll. Yeah, I don't want to do that because I want to avoid that 3-column penalty if possible. I'm just going to hit a 2-iron, but I am going to aim 5 to the right.
Okay.
All right, we'll roll the dice here. 63. Well, he clobbered it. It's a 31.
Oh yeah.
See what happens here. And of course, we don't know what the wind's going to do. The wind gave it another 10 yards and pushed it 5 yards more to the right. So I'm at 465, right 5. If that's on the green, I roll 10 yards more. So I'm going to be right of that red line, I think. So 465. So I'm going to be a little bit, this might be okay. So the pin's at 475, right 5. So I'm essentially, I'm right on the pin. I mean, I don't even have to show you the course here, right? So it hits at 465, right 5, which is on the green, I think. Is that on the green? It's pretty darn close. It's right on the edge there. What do you think?
You might want to get your magnifying glass. It looks like it's just off of it.
All right. Yeah. I'll go with that ruling. So I'll only get 5 rolls. So I'll be one straight away.
Yeah, you'll be one straight away.
With 5.
It's a great shot.
Hey, Matt's here. All right. So we actually might have viewers, but nobody has chimed in. So when I said, we don't have any viewers, the only ones I can see are the ones who post comments. And I see over here that Matt is here. All right. Great to see you, Matt. Thanks for showing up. So my shot is right there, one straight away.
Yeah, that's a nice shot.
Yeah, and a fair amount of luck involved with that, of course, as well. So one straight. Calculate that. So I've got a 9-foot putt, and I've got none of these things come into play for me. All right, and we're gonna need to put the ball on the green. And we've already updated it essentially with doing that. Now you're from the deep rough, so no knockdown shots, no work the ball, maximum, pitching wedge. That's right, from the deep rough.
Oh, man. All right, pitching wedge.
All right, go back over here. And again, for viewers who might want to see what he's looking at. And while you cannot work the ball, you could aim if you so desire.
No, I want to see what the swirling winds are the wild card, so I'm just going to hit it.
Yeah, and you're not going to get to the green anyway. So really,
no.
It's about avoiding the sandscape if possible. All right. So pitching wedge, and are you ready to go?
Yeah.
We'll just do this. So a 46 in the I column.
36.
All right. All right. So the board result for that in this situation converts that to your average I. So it's going to change that 36 to a 5. And this shot would, let's see, I forgot what. So you're hitting from the deep rough. So this shot will be going to the right. Do you want to reduce the rightward movement of that shot by 5 yards or not?
No.
No change. Okay. All right. And let's take it. So you go 370, right 10, and you have a -10 fairway roll.
Okay.
So 370, right 10. That's the fairway. And we back you up 10 yards. You're still in the fairway, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
We need to put the -10 in there.
I think I'm close enough for the approach. I'm not sure.
Okay. All right, we'll put you in the fairway. And you are not.
Yeah. All right.
So your carry objective is 115, and you are short-sighted.
Right.
Jeff Siegel. Welcome to the show.
I only want to hit this ball 110.
Okay, so that would be a sand wedge carry.
Right.
And keep in mind, if this shot hits the fairway, it's going to lose 15 yards because of the soak conditions, and it's going to lose 5 yards in addition to whatever backwards roll you get with a sand wedge. So I'm just pointing those.
My choice is either being short,
yep,
and rolling back,
yep,
or long and having to do with 3 columns on putt.
Right. You're using the same logic I did.
Yeah,
yep.
I'd rather be short.
So you want the sand wedge.
Yeah.
All right, and you can't aim. You could work the ball. Do you desire to do that?
No.
All right, let's take the roll. Oh, sorry, man. 34. What's that in the I column?
19.
And you didn't knock it down, so these swirling wind effects will be whatever they are. I would have reminded you had I thought of it, but I didn't. Well, you're going to be plenty short, so you're going to lose 20 on the carry, and you're going to go 10 to the left, which the 10 to the left actually maybe helps you a little bit, but you're at 445, right 5, and then I think you're going to lose, well, you're in the sandscape at 445, right 5. Would you agree with that?
445, right 5?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So the ball hits here, and again, we agreed that we were going to, when you land in the sandscape, we were going to cut the roll in half like you would with being in the regular rough, with a maximum of no more than 10 yards roll. So you would just roll backwards 5 yards, which I think still leaves you in the sandscape, right? Or maybe you're in that trap. I can't tell.
No,
What
I
do you
think it's in the sandscape.
Okay. And then we'll have to do another roll to
Right.
see what that surface is. So we'll put the -5 here. And I'll do the roll with the Control D. And that's a 7. And a 7 is play as sand. So
Okay.
the same as being in a greenside bunker then.
Okay, now
All
this is my fourth shot, correct?
Yes, and you're 35 yards. You're short-sighted, and you're 35 yards. Oh, yeah, and unfortunately, you have a poor lie too. So this is the difference between how we're doing it this time and how we did it on the front nine. So it's easier to show you from the actual course. All right. So you're short-sighted. So what's going to happen is, since we're using pin number 3, your default target is right here. If you can see where that arrow is, hopefully the yellow is not.
Right.
In fact, I'll turn the yellow off to make it a little bit easier to see. All right. So your default target's here, and you can aim anywhere along the center line that you want, or target anywhere along the center line. You're close enough that wind is not going to be a factor on this, so you don't have to take that into consideration. You just got to worry essentially about this line right here and the penalty that it imposes. Okay, so we'll go back here. Now, you like I said, you have a poor lie. That's because the game caddy did a lie roll for you. Yep. And so 6 feet is going to be added to whatever the shot result would be.
Okay.
And so where do you want to target? Right now, you're targeted at 475 on the center line.
I want to target 470.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
And that would put you in the 25 to 45 yard range. Take the shot. Oh my goodness. I am just being brutal to you with these dice rolls. 54. Oh, but he has a 6 there. I forgot that. Yep. I should remember that from last time.
Yeah, he has a 6.
Okay, and you are hitting from the south. Okay.
Well, let's knock this in the hole.
All right. So you are able to go. Here's where your shot ends up. I'm going to get rid of my ball marker because it's not doing anything. You targeted this spot right here, and you get to choose whether you want to go right or left. You're obviously go right, so you're going to be 1 straight away.
Okay.
You're going to be essentially where my ball ended up. Okay.
Yeah.
So we'll just come down here to the putting caddy, put 1 straight in, click calc. You're 7 feet away.
Okay.
All right, we're both now on the green.
All right.
And oh, wait a minute. I said you're 7 feet away. I forgot that you had that poor lie. So it added 7 plus 6. So you're actually
13. Okay.
Right? Neither of us are affected by that red line penalty. So we're in good shape. Are you going to go for it from 13 feet?
I've got to, because I can't lose 2 strokes. I can lose 1, but I can't lose 2. So.
All right, here you go. 44. He probably made that. What's
7.
that in the female?
7.
Yeah, it's in.
Very good. Good putt, Bobby. Good putt.
All right. And I'm 9 feet away. I'll go for it. And now I get a crummy roll. 27 from 9 feet. Misses it by 2 feet. 61. That was my second roll last time. That's a 16. That's going to be in from 2 feet. So I did gain a stroke, and I'm going to need to make a change over here on the automatic scoring, right? So it credited you with a sand save because we told the game caddy that you were in a greenside bunker so that the proper lie rolls would occur. But you were not really in a sand trap. So we need to delete that. Oops, where's the delete key? And we need to delete the sand save. And I think the same thing was true for me. This was a sandscape. I wasn't actually in a bunker, as I recall. So I'm going to get rid of that one there too. Yeah. Unfortunately, the game caddy. That's one thing where the automatic scoring can sometimes get a little, let's call it messed up, but it's not really messed up. It's just doing something different.
Right.
All right. So let me load hole number 12. So now you are 2 over par. I'm 4 over par. This is a brutal course, and
it is
not just because of the sandscape and the pine needles and all that, but the putting on this course is just so difficult.
Plus the wind.
Yeah, and we got the hurricane-like conditions.
Yeah.
I'm curious, Matt or Jeff, have either of you guys played Sandhills? Give them a second to weigh in on that. All right. Let's take a look here. All right. This is a par 4, 484 yards, and we've got pin 3 there. That's on the other side of that red line. It's kind of on the left side there. Tee shots, most likely you're going to aim for somewhere in this green space. Come back to the game caddy. Looks like I'm going to be up now.
Yes.
And we have no wind. Thank goodness.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Very good.
Shots landing or rolling on green left of that red line, which is the side that our pin location's on, and in front of the blue line. I didn't even see a blue line. Okay, the blue line is at the back of the green, behind the furthest most pin location. Okay, they roll left 5 yards before any other roll, and then shots landing or rolling on the fairway are green on or beyond the blue line. Okay, add an additional 5 yards. Okay, so you go well past the green if you hit it to the back of the green. All right. So I'm going to hit a driver and just hope that he can hit a straight shot here. 22. That should be pretty straight. That's a 2. No, wait a minute. That's a 1 on his card. So 290, left 15. And 15 roll if I'm in the fairway. So 290, left 15, and then 15 roll. I'm right there.
305.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm happy with that. So I'll put the 15 in here. 305, left 15, and fairway. And while you're thinking about that, Jeff says, nope, don't have Sandhills, just got rattlesnake. Talk about brutal thin fairways, lots of water. Yeah, water is not a big factor, or it may be any factor here at Sandhills.
All right, I'm going to hit a driver.
Okay.
And I'm going to aim 10 to the right.
Okay, and again, you can do whatever you want, John. I just want to remind you, you do have a bounce back point that you
Oh
can
yeah,
take.
no. I've got an idea where I'm going to use that.
Okay, all right. So you're planning ahead for a future bogey, if I'm understanding correctly, because you
I'm
can only
playing
use that when you have a bogey or worse.
right.
Well, I'm happy to do whatever you want.
Yeah, no. Driver 10 to the right.
Okay,
Let's see what happens.
ready?
Yep.
32.
14.
Sorry about that. So you're going 40 right, 255, 40 right with 15 fairway roll. 255, 40 right.
Geez, I can't keep them straight. That's
Now
in the sand. That's in the sandscape again.
Yep. And so you're going to get 10 rolls because that's the maximum. And we decided to play it like rough. So you do get some roll. Let's come back here. And we'll have to do the whole Control D again. You got an 8 this time and an 8 play as sand. All right. So we'll treat that as a fairway bunker.
Okay.
And I believe you're going to be up.
Yes.
Your carry objective is 225. And I'm going to just quickly jump over here to show everybody what you're looking at. The blue line that I was talking about before is right here at the back of the green. And this line here is the red line.
So according to the note, the pin is on 3, which is to the left of the red line.
Correct. That's right.
So it's going to roll left 5 yards before taking any other roll. Right.
That's right.
So,
which makes it really hard to put the ball on the flagstick.
Yeah, it does. All right. Okay. I'm gonna hit a 5 wood.
Okay.
And let's see what happens.
John, I'm so sorry.
16.
34. 16. One thing I didn't tell you is that when I put together this version of the Game Caddy 6.2, I purposely made the dice roller for Caddy 1 lousy. So that's one difference from this time and last time.
Oh, well, we'll deal with it.
So 440, right 20.
440, right 20, 10, 20. Okay.
That's more sandscape, right?
Yeah.
And you back up 5 if you're in the fairway rolls -5.
It's not in the fairway.
Well, I guess what I'm saying is that it's a -5 roll, right? You're not on the green, right? So
no,
you'll back up 5, and that still keeps you on the sandscape.
Right.
All righty. And are you in agreement with what I'm saying? I don't want
Yeah.
to steamroll it. Okay.
Yeah.
-5. All right, and we got to do this business again. So you have an 11 this time, and 11 is play as sand. Okay. So
Okay.
we're going to run into the same scoring thing that we ran into before. It's going to record that as a sand trap. All right. Now, So the red line doesn't really affect putting. It just affects the roll here. So 175. 6-iron knockdown. Which would be 5 roll. I'm just gonna hit a 7-iron, and I'm short-sided, so I can't really. I'm just gonna hit a 7-iron.
Okay.
11. So that's a 2. That's gonna go to the right. All right, take that. So 475 right 5 with -5 green roll. So 475 right 5. So 10, 25 right 5. And then so I'm going to end up right there, which means I'm a diagonal and 1 straight away.
Okay.
So I'm going to have a 31-foot putt
Okay.
for opportunity. All right. And I'll show everybody what you're looking at here. Right here, pin's right there. You do have a good angle. Now, we talked about this last time, and I know not everybody agrees with my interpretation here, but this is just the way I see it. Is when you have an approach shot, you don't really know where the ball lands. You don't know how much it rolls. It just ends up wherever it ends up. So I ignore notes like this first one for approach shots. And the same thing for the second note as well. But hopefully you won't be anywhere near that blue line. Okay. Now, so that works to your advantage. You don't have to factor that in, but you are targeting currently. There's no wind. You're targeting currently the pin location, which is at 475 left 10. And because you have this little note up here, it says that 5 yards was added to whatever the outcome of your shot is. Now that if you end up getting, a 12, 24, or 36, I think that trumps everything. But otherwise, as long as you end up on the green, we add 5 yards of putting distance to whatever the final outcome is.
Okay.
All right. So do you want to adjust the target? You want to leave it where it is?
No, I want to shoot for 470.
Okay. 470 left 10, or do you want to change the left right?
No, I want to just leave it the way it is.
Okay. And now your call distance is 45 yards. Again, APBA's unclear on how you're supposed to interpret this, but I went when you pick a target that changes this like from 50 to 45 as this did. I use the 25 to 45 board because that's where you're actually trying to hit the ball. You're not trying to hit it that full 50 yards.
Right.
So roll the dice. 33. Hopefully that's a good number.
4.
Okay. And that ball ends up at 470 left 15. Right. So I'll get rid of my ball marker. 470 left 15. So that's going to be maybe off the green.
Yeah, it is.
You're up there off the green a little bit. All right. So we'll go ahead and record that. You're now in the fairway, and now you're 5 yards to the pin, so there's nothing really for you to do here.
Right.
We'll go ahead and select that and take the shot. Oh, my goodness, 54.
6.
I'm actually starting to feel bad for you here, John.
That's all right. It'll come around. 6.
Oh, again, what's wrong with my brain that I can't remember that Bobby Jones has a 6 there? So you're 2 feet away. And notice
Okay.
that previous 5 feet thing didn't make any difference because the ball didn't end up on the green for that.
Gotcha.
All right. So I'm 31 feet away. I'm going to play it safe. 45 in the P column is a 17 from 31. And that's going to be 2 feet away. And then I'll just put out 51 is a 23, and that will be in.
All right.
And now for you from 2 feet, oops, I think I hit the wrong thing up here. 2 feet, you probably can't even miss it from 2 feet. What's a 43?
19.
In a 43 is a 19?
Oh, 43 is a 27.
Okay. I would go, that's in. All right.
All right, so that's one more stroke.
All right. This is a tough course. All right, let me go ahead and load hole 13 here. Let's see. We're going to have a steady right wind of 5 yards. You can see that. That's par 4. It's back there. Take a look at this. Okay, move this a little bit that direction. Okay, so this is a relatively short par 4.
Yes.
And over there on the left, we got a deep bunker here. And then just regular old bunkers here, and then the usual sandscape. Everywhere else, pretty narrow. This is a par 4, but pretty narrow landing spot through the middle of the fairway there. Okay, so I'm going to be up here. All right, so tee shots, lose 5 yards carry. So let's record that for both of us here. And then on the second shots, we're going to lose. So this is an uphill hole. We're going to lose 10 yards on the second shot. And then shots landing essentially 350 yards or farther, you deduct 5 yards from the hole. We've already got soaked conditions. So, and then we've got all shots landing or rolling on red crosshairs, which are those are in front of the green. Those are going to stop and roll backwards. Okay, then the special notes regarding deep bunkers, we'll deal with that if we have to. All right, so I probably want to put this somewhere between 250 and 275. So the ball's not going to roll at all, but 280 that's just too narrow. I'm going to aim 5 right. No, excuse me, 5 left. Do I want to hit a 2-iron? No. I'm gonna hit a 4 wood and aim 5 left. 65 in the P column is a 3. That's gonna go left. So 240 left 10, and then no roll. So I'm fine with that. 240 left 10, right there. And we'll record that fairway. And you're up. And again, you could use your bounce back if you want.
Yeah, I'm going to use the bounce back on this hole.
Okay. All right. So that'll be your last bounce back. And so what club are you going to use? A driver?
Yes.
And your average W is a 4, so it's going to go to the right. Okay. So 4, and you'll want to take your bonus.
Yeah, I'm gonna aim 10 left.
Yeah, and you can't aim when you when you take a bounce back on the momentum.
Oh, okay. All right, just let it go.
Yeah, and I think you'll be fine here. You should even have a good angle for your next shot. Okay. Oh, and wait a minute. Before we do this, okay. So I'm going to give you the option to reconsider. What I didn't take into account this 5 right for the wind. So what this is essentially going to do, even if you take your bounce back and your bonus, because you can't aim, you're going to end up 15 to the right of the center line here, assuming that you hit a driver. If you hit a 4-wood, the situation would be different, but you're going to be 15 yards right of the center line. So you're gonna end up at least landing in the sandscape, probably, if I'm doing the math correctly in my head. And remember, your roll is going to be limited to a maximum of 10 yards roll. So you could end up in the sandscape if you play it that way.
So if I hit a 4-wood, you're saying what now?
If you hit a 4-wood, what that will do is put you 10 yards right of the center line. So you would be along this fairway strip here. Now it is, again, it's one of these things where I'd have to go back and look at the chart. You don't want to end up at, you do have a dog leg here. I didn't even think about the dog leg. So you know what, John? So we have, this is a gentle dog leg. It looks like it's a normal dog leg, but the course board says it's a gentle dog leg. Yeah. So I have a feeling that if we did this with a driver, you would almost certainly end up in the sandscape. I can't swear to it because I'd have to think through all the math here, but you're going to end up at least 15 yards to the right of the center line. If you did a 4-wood, you would end up 10 yards right of the center line. And I'm thinking it's probably going to put you here, but it could put you up there. Let's go back and look.
And I could work the ball, right?
Well, in fact, you don't even have a 4-wood. You have a 3-wood, so that would be 2. No, you can't work the ball when you take your average W.
All right. Let's hit a 3-iron.
And use your bounce back?
No, don't use the bounce back.
All right, so I'll restore it. Now you can aim if you want. Do you want to aim?
Yeah, hit the 3-iron and aim 5 to the right.
To the right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. $62. And that's a W column.
That's a 4.
All right, which is your average W? Do you want to take your bonus, which would shave 5 yards right off your shot?
Yes.
Oh, there we go. Okay. All right, so you went 200 right 10 and no fairway roll.
Okay.
So you're right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be long. You will have a good angle. Oh, we got to record the shot.
All right.
And you're going to lose 10 yards on this shot because of the hole. And that will apply to me, of course, as well. And again, just to take a look at the course here, your carry objective is 205.
60, 70, 80, 90. I think it's.
And you have wind that's going to blow you 5 to the right.
I think the carry objective is 395.
Now the game caddy figures all that out for you.
Well, I'm looking at it now and I'm counting.
Well, it's 205. I'm trusting the game caddy.
205's off the green. If you look at it, Scott, if you count it on the course.
Well, what you're not taking into account is the fact that you're 10 yards right of the center line and the pin is 10 yards left of the center line. So that you have to figure that math into it as well. You're gonna lose another 5 yards because of that being more than 15 yards apart.
All right. Well, let me hit a three iron.
Right.
Yep, 3 iron.
Do you want to aim?
5 to the left.
Okay. $21.
6.
So 385, right 5, and 5 green roll if you're on the green.
I'm on the green. And what is it?
385, right 5.
Okay.
And you're going to get 5 yards green roll, so you're going to end up right there. So you're going to be 1 diagonal and 2 straights away.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
So
46.
you're going to have a 46-foot putt here.
Okay.
The other thing, John, that you might not have been thinking of when you were doing the math with the carry objective is that you lose 10 yards carry on this hole, remember, on your second shot. So that was, yeah, in fact, Jeff came to the same conclusion. The game caddy is never wrong. Well, I don't know about that, but this is a fairly straightforward situation for the game caddy, and it's been played quite a number of times. So I felt pretty confident that the math was right. If you pick a really unusual scenario, there might be a problem that hadn't been detected before. Thank you, Jeff.
Okay.
All right, so I need to record the ball on the green here. There we go. And now let's see what I'm looking at. I've got a carry objective of 165. The ball's going to go. I do not have a good angle. I could work the ball, but let's see what we're looking at here. All right. I hate working the ball unless I have an A-rated player, and Johnson is a B. So I don't think I'm going to work the ball. I think I'm just going to try. I'm just going to try to put this ball in the center of the green somewhere. All right. So come back here. If I knock the shot down, I get rid of that 5 right, I think. So let's do 165. So I'm going to hit a 7-iron knockdown. All right. Yep, I like that. 53. I'm going to come up short here. It's going to be a 6. So 380 right 5, and I lose 5 if I'm on the green. 380 right 5. And hopefully I overshot those hash marks there. I think I did. 380 right 5. 60, 70, 80, right 5. Then I back up 5. So I'm resting on the red line. I have to see what that says. I don't remember. See, all shots landing, rolling, all on red crosshair, stop immediately, and roll backwards 5 yards. So I would lose another 5 yards. I would roll back off the green. Well, that's no fun. Right. So what ends up happening here is I get a -10 on the roll. So I'm at 370 right 5, and that's in the fairway.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 53s always end up leaving you short compared to what you planned for. All right, I do have a good angle. I'm approaching from south. Wind's not going to be a factor at this distance. But I'm going to aim. I'm going to target this pin location right here, number 6. Here's our pin location. I'm going to target this spot right here, which may or may not work out for me, but we'll see. Change that to a 5. Change that to 390. All right. Now this call distance falls down to 20, but I'm not going to use this. That's not fair. So what I'll use is the next one up, which is the 25 to 45 yard board. All right. Okay. Take the shot. 43 is a 4. 395 left 5. So that worked out fine. I'm going to be one straight away. So 395 left 5 is right there. Okay.
Okay.
One straight. Eight feet.
Okay.
All right. So I think you're going to be up here.
Yeah,
you're
I'm
at
gonna,
46 feet.
I'm gonna play safe.
All right. Yeah. I don't recall us having any column changes or anything. Nope. Go back here to the clubs tab. Okay. So you're playing it safe.
Yep.
I keep clicking this for some stupid reason when I need to be clicking this. Okay. 24. That's probably a 28.
Yep.
So you missed it by 5 feet. In your second roll, oh, it's a 66. Oh, I'm sure that's it. All right. So you parred that hole. Now I'm from 8 feet. We'll go for it here. 31. That's not a good number. It's a good number in baseball, not so much in golf. 22 from 8 feet is only good for a bogey. So I was going for par, so I'm going to end up with a tap in. Got it. So I ended up giving you back that stroke.
Okay.
Now I click that. All right. So still 2 strokes ahead, and we're coming up here on hole 14.
Okay. So Scott, changing the subject a minute. You play APBA baseball as well?
Oh, I have over the years.
Okay.
I haven't played in a while. But yeah, I have a lot of old card sets and the baseball for Windows and some things like that.
Yeah.
All right. So let's transfer the hole 14. All right. Oops.
Okay.
Let's see what we're looking at here.
All right.
All right. This is going to be a 473-yard par 4.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. You're going to be up. This is probably the area you're target with your shot. Let's do this. Well, we're going to have some hole notes here to deal with. A lot of hole notes on Sandhills. Oh boy. Okay. So tee shots carry 10. Let's add that in here. Good news is we have no wind. Deep bunker. Okay, we'll deal with that if we need to. Shots landing, rolling on green, on past red line. Okay. Shots landing, rolling on green, past blue line. Okay. And then first putts back to front. Read 2 columns longer. Okay. So unfortunately, this pin is in the front of the green. So that's a distinct possibility when we get to that point. What do you want to do, John?
I can hit a driver and I can aim, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'll hit a driver and aim right 5. There is no wind, correct?
Correct.
Okay. Yep. That's the play.
25. At least I got you a
25,
decent roll this time.
3.
All right. So you went 280 left 10
Okay.
and 15 fairway roll.
Okay.
You might be kind of close to the edge of the sand again, or sandscape.
No,
280
no, I'm away from it.
left 15 and roll 15.
Yep.
Yep, you're right. You're sandscape adjacent, as they would say.
Yep.
Probably in real estate or something. I don't know. All right, good shot.
Thanks.
And we'll go ahead and put that 15 in and update. Okay. I can't, no bounce backs. Hmm. You're okay if you stay to the right of the center line here.
Yeah,
so
that's what I was trying to do, is stay to the right.
Yeah. I'm going to hit a driver, and I'm going to aim 5 right. I think that's similar to what you did. May not work out as well for me. 33 is a 1, so that will go to the left some. I may end up in that bunker. I was trying. It's one of these things where, how far is it really going to hit it? Let's see. So 300 left 10. Well, I land and then 15 fairway roll.
I think you rolled into the sandscape, right?
Yeah, 300 left 10, and then 5, 10, and I get 15 roll. Right. Either, it doesn't really matter whether I put it there or there. Either way, sandscape.
Right.
So, all right, and 15 in there. We'll do our sandscape roll with the Control D. 5 is play as deep rough. Well, that didn't do me any favors. Okay. Update. Deep rough. Yeah, I probably should have aimed more to the right. Well, hindsight's 2020. Okay, so let's see. Is there anything affecting the second shot? No, just what's going on up here at the green. So shots landing, rolling on green, on or past that red line, which is on the left side, past our pin. Roll 5 yards left, and then shots landing, rolling on green past the blue line, which is on the right side. Roll 5 yards right, in addition to any roll. And then we got the whole putting thing that I mentioned before.
Yeah, this green is a mound.
Yeah. So your carry objective is 165. What would you like to do?
I need the clubs.
Oh, you want to see those? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Jeff says no guts, no glory, Scott. And he's absolutely right about that.
So I'm going to do something. I'm going to try to do something here. I'm going to work the ball. Okay.
Yep.
To the left.
Yep. How much?
5. And I'm going to hit a 7 iron.
All right. You ready?
Yep.
A 43 in the I column for your shot.
Is a 6.
Nice one. And then a 24 in the I column
is a 5
for you work the ball. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
450 left 5. So, and then you're going to lose 5 green roll if you're on the green.
It's
and you're
not
going to
on.
lose if you're on the fairway.
It's short of the green.
Okay.
Which is right where I wanted to be.
So 450 left 5. Is that what I said? And then lose 10. think that's what I said. Yep, 450 left 5 minus 10.
Yep. Yep. That's where I want to be.
Okay. And you'll be 20 from the pin on your next shot. All right.
Okay.
So you don't have to deal with any red or blue lines. All right. So pitching wedge is the best I can do, and that's going to get me 130. All right. Let's do. I'm short-sighted, so I can't aim. In addition to all these other restrictions up here,
Right.
I just hit a pitching wedge, and I'll just grip it and rip it. 34. And my number rolling is killing me here. 15. 455 left 15. I get 5 extra green roll if I get to the green, but
you're off the green.
I don't think I'm going to be on the green.
No, you're off the green. In the fairway.
I'm going to lose 10 because of that. So 455 left 15. That would be here, and then am I in that deep bunker? I can't tell. One.
No,
2, 3,
you got close.
Yeah. Well, I wish I could say that's where I wanted to be, but that would be a lie. Minus 10. I am in the fairway, and I'm going to be 15 to the pin. All right, so you're going to be up. So
Yep.
you're 20. There's nothing you need to do. We just select this board.
Just hit that approach, Bobby.
53 in the A column.
5.
And you're 5 feet away.
That's the one I wanted.
All right. And same deal for me. And we don't have to deal with that front to back stuff. 64 is a 3. I'll take that. And I'm 3 feet away.
Okay.
So you putt first from 5 feet. And the roll is a 13.
25.
That's good for a par. So
okay.
You're in.
That's what I wanted.
You're like living on the edge there, John.
Yeah, these rolls are, like I said, he's a great approach shot, but his putting is, challenged.
Yeah, and from 3 feet, my roll of 16 was a 25, so I'm in as well.
So we both parred.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
I can't remember if the sand trap was actually a sand trap or not.
I'm two up.
Yeah, let's delete that. Yes, still two up
with 4 to play.
Yep.
Okay.
It's transfer hole 15. Wait, 4 to play, and I got to make up 2 strokes just to tie you here. It's been done before. Oh, we got some wind on this one. Crosswind right. All right, so let me get the appropriate course up here. Finally, a par 3. Unfortunately, we got that wind to deal with.
Yeah, we got the red lines are like a box.
Yep. All right, let me show everybody what we're looking at. Right there. So there's the red line box with some interesting course notes that go with that.
And 5 yards. Okay.
All right. So we've got shots landing on green on or outside those red lines, forfeit remaining roll, and roll 5 yards away from the center line or backwards. Okay, that makes sense to me. Shots landing on the corners of the red lines, roll 5 yards away from the center line. All right.
Okay.
Other tee shots landing on green, add 5 roll. Okay, so we need to add some green roll here. And your carry objective is 195 with a crosswind right.
Crosswind right, and it's variable, right?
Yes.
Yeah, figures. Crosswind right. I can work the ball. I can't aim the ball, right?
Correct.
Okay. So I want to work the ball.
Which way?
10 to the left.
Okay. And what club?
All right. And I'm going to hit 4-iron.
All right.
Bobby, stick it.
Final answer. Okay. All right. So your shot number is a 25.
That's a 3.
All right. And your work the ball number is a 53.
That's a 5.
A 53 is a 5?
Yeah. No, wait. I'm sorry. An 8, because I'm looking at the I column, right?
No, you're hitting a 4-iron, so that's a
Oh,
W
okay.
column.
7.
Okay. Here we go. So your shot goes 200 left 5, and then gets 10 green roll if you're on the green. 200 left 5.
Yeah, I'm on the
And then
green.
we got all these. We have these things here to deal with too. So, but you're going to be inside that box.
Yep.
Yeah, 200 left 5, and then 10 green roll. All right.
So I'm right on the 1, the position pin 1, I believe.
Is that where you end up? Where when you're
Yeah, when it's all said and done, that's where I am.
with your roll included?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, I agree with that. All right, so you're going to be 3 straights away.
Correct.
All right.
Probably about 32 feet.
38.
Okay, close enough.
All right. I didn't look to see what the wind did to your shot. Maybe nothing. I just didn't pay attention. The game caddy would have factored all that in, but I didn't look. I'm going to hit a knockdown 5-iron shot, which may not be enough club, but that's okay. I just don't want to get blown 30 yards right. So I'm going to hit a 5-iron knockdown. And I'm not working the ball. 34 is a 15.
Okay, let's see where it goes.
170 right 20, and I didn't have any wind. And I'm going to be well short of the green, and I'm going to lose 10 more yards.
And you're in a bunker.
All right, 170 right. Oh, then I don't roll anywhere. 10, 20. Yeah, I'm right here in the sand trap.
Right.
Okay. All right, no roll. Now this is a true sand trap. So obviously I'm up. I do have a good angle. That's the good news.
Yep.
All right. I'm just going to go right for the pin. So call distance is 30 yards. We'll do that. 12, another lousy number, is a 14. So I'm 190 on the center line. All right. And again, these hole notes, because they don't specify tee shots, but you know, I only use them for WI shots, right? And this is an approach shot. So I'm 1 diagonal away.
Right.
So I'm 14 feet away to try to salvage par. All right, you're up.
Well, I'm going to play safe.
Show everybody where
Hope for a 66.
So I'm in green. John's over here in blue. There's the pin location. All right, you're playing safe.
Yeah.
Here's your roll. 13.
25.
Is 3 feet away. And your next roll is a 16.
25.
And that's good. All right.
That's par, right?
Yeah, that's par. So maybe the good news here is you only gain one more stroke on me, but let's see. I'm going to go for it from 14 feet. 26 is an 18. Now I might be okay. 18, yep. 18,
Ooh.
I made it.
Rolled it in.
Barely. All right, I'll take it. At least I didn't give up a stroke.
Yeah, that's the key at this point, is not giving up a stroke, you know?
Yeah. Well, hole 16 here.
Oh man, this is a long par 4. God darn. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm.
All right, let's take a look at it. Okay. Yes, it is. And hopefully we won't have a headwind. I didn't look to see what it was. Okay. So more of the same. Lots of sandscape and some pine needles. And we lose 5. We got a constant headwind here, -5 yards. We're going to skip the alternate tee shots landing on fairway left of the center line, bounce 5 forward 10 yards left. All right, so if you can bounce it on the left, you get 10 extra yards roll. And then chips from behind the green. There's a little penalty there if you end up there. And then first putts from back to front of the green read 3 columns longer. Oh my goodness. That's like my Bill Raftery impression there. 3 columns longer. Okay, so you want to be in front of pin 3 for sure. You're up.
Okay. I'll hit a driver.
Yep.
And I'll aim 10 to the left.
Okay, you want to try to get that extra roll, do you?
Sure do.
Ready?
Yeah.
24.
5.
All right, that's going to go left 2. So 255, left 25, and then 10 roll unless you're in the fairway, in which case you're going to get 20 roll.
No, I'm in the sandscape.
Okay. So was it 250? Did I say 255, left 25?
Yes.
All right. And we said we were going to treat this rough like, sandscape like rough. So you'll actually just get 5 roll,
Right.
half of 10. So you're still in the sandscape.
Right.
Give you the 5 roll. Do the little dice roll here. You're a 4. A 4 in the sandscape is play as deep rough. Whoops. Sorry about that.
All right. Okay. Gonna make it a long hole.
Yeah, it will.
All right.
Yeah, I'm tempted to use a 4-wood just to make sure I'm in the fairway, because a driver with him could put me in the bunkers up there on the right. Yeah, so I'm gonna hit a 4-wood. I know this is a long hole. Hopefully we'll get that extra roll. And I'm not aiming. A 12. That's not good. 21. So I go left 40. So I'm in worse shape than you're in. I think I'm banging off trees here. 230, left 40.
Yeah, you're in the trees, I think.
That's going to be, yeah, I'm right there. Whoops, I gotta see how far I'm in. Yeah, I'm under a tree.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll just leave it there. And we're not doing the tree bounce thing. That's a little tool over here that you can use. But we're going to ignore that. Under a tree. And I'm going to be far. And let's see if I can play aggressive. Oh, I got a clear shot using the rough lie from trees. Maximum club is a 5-iron, no aiming. All right, so I got a good roll there. All right, so we'll take a 5-iron. I could work the ball. Does this extra 10 yards? It's just tee shots. Yeah. Okay. I think I am going to work the ball like 10 left.
10 left. Okay.
All right, here we go. 22, bless you, is a 2, which will go to the left. And a 26 is a 12. So 410, left 20, minus 10 roll. I'm so distractible. 410, left 20. Okay. And then minus 10 roll. Yeah, I'm okay. I'm going to be short-sighted, but I got out of the worst of it.
Well, let's see what I can hit. Probably only a pitching wedge.
All right. So you're limited to a pitching wedge. Can't work the ball. And can't knock it down.
All right. Just hit the pitching wedge, please.
All right. 32.
13.
Okay. 400, left 15. And then you're going to lose 10 yards roll as well.
All right.
It seems to me with soaked conditions, you wouldn't actually roll backwards. You know, you would just
no, you wouldn't. You would just it would hit and stick.
Yeah. All right, 400 left 15 and then minus 10. Okay. All right. So you're going to end up there.
And I'm away.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm at 390, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And your carry objective is 145.
Okay, but so I can work the ball, correct?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to work the ball 10 to the left. And I'm going to hit 9-iron.
Okay. Anything else?
Yeah. Nope. Let's see what happens.
So your shot roll is a 36 in the I column.
It's a 15.
And your work the ball number is a 64 in the I column.
That's a 5.
So this shot goes 525, right 15.
525. 10, 25, right 15. Damn it. In the trap.
And no roll with that.
No roll.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for giving me a chance. I'm sure it's intentional. Okay. All right. 135 carry objective. I'm not going to work the ball, not with a B rating. I don't want to go past that pin or end up past that pin. I'm going to roll back. I'm going to hit a pitching wedge, expecting to roll back 10 yards total. So let's see what happens here. Pitching wedge. And that's just because of the soak conditions here. Let's see what happens.
Nice pass. God,
4 is a 3. I want the ball to go left, so I'm not going to take my average excuse me. So 530, left 5, and it does go back 10. So I am going to be ultimately at 520, left 5. So let's see what that is.
Looks like one diagonal.
Yep, right there. Do you agree?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. And I'll have a 10-foot putt for par.
Okay.
You got to get out of the bunker here.
Yep.
So you do have a good angle, and you're 25 yards in terms of your call distance and in terms of the pin itself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
My marker here. Where do you want to target? Right now, you're targeted right there.
Yeah, I want to target the stick.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so we'll just leave everything, and you're approaching from the east, and you can leave it at that, which just means I'll go back over here. It means your any adjustments will be so. For example, if it would say 0, right or left 5, you would be going right or left because you're approaching from the east.
Right.
If you were approaching from the south and it said that, then it would be that point or that point. I'm just calling your attention to that because people who don't play as much as I do may not know that. So do you want to stay hitting from the east, or do you want to change that to the south?
No, I want to leave it the east.
Okay. And let's see. And you know what? In fact, where your ball is, you don't even have the option of changing it, because if I click on this path button, it's going to say you only have one. That's because you're on the pin line itself. The pin is at 525 and you're sitting at 525. So forget everything I just said. It wouldn't apply in this situation.
Okay.
Okay. So here you go. Your shot is roll is a 35. In the A column?
Yes. 35?
Yeah.
5.
So you end up at 525, left 15. So that means you're going to be,
Oh.
I think you're off the green.
Yeah, I am.
I'm going to move that because you're ended up right there. So is that fairway or trap?
I think it's fairway, but barely.
All right, that's fine.
I
Fairway.
think.
Okay, I'm comfortable with whatever you think.
Yeah, I think so. I can't tell. It's that close.
Yeah, if you know, in some ways, I feel like if I have to get out a magnifying glass, then it's just too close to call, and you take whatever benefits you. All right, so you're going to be up here from 5 to the pin. So we'll just click on this. 62 in the A column.
5.
Another 5. Okay. Take the shot. And you are now 4 feet away for
a double bogey.
Yeah.
Yeah, for a double bogey.
All right. And I'm 10 going for a par here. All right, and we'll go for it. 65 is an 18 from 10 feet is just good. Wow. This may come down to the wire.
It's probably going to, the way that he's stopped hitting his approach shots.
51 is what?
23.
And that's in. Okay.
All right.
All right. I think we're tied up here. We're neither of us are, should be giving lessons on how to play under par APBA golf. But again, I attribute much of that to this course, and
this
both
course.
are unfamiliarities with it, right? I mean, we're both unfamiliar with it, but we're tied up going into the last two holes here.
Yeah.
All right, this is where it gets interesting. You know, and it didn't occur to me until just this moment. It would not have mattered since we both one putted hole 16, but we could use clutch points, right? Because if you're, what's the clutch rule? If you're, you know, tied or, you know, in the lead on the last three holes, you know, you can use your clutch number. Do you want to invoke that rule or not?
I've never used that, so I don't know how that works.
Okay. Well, in essence, what it would mean is that for you, you would be able to reduce whatever your P number is by 2, and I would be able to reduce mine by 1.
For the remaining for the remaining holes.
Well, depending on how it goes. Right now we're tied, so
Right.
it would apply for hole 17. It could change for hole 18. But I mean, it's, you know, it's not that important. But I just happen to remember it.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever you'd like, Scott. It's okay by me.
Well, let's not use it just
right.
because we you know, we did nothing we discussed in advance. I realize that works slightly to my advantage, but
It's all right.
for two holes, it's probably not that big of a deal.
Sure.
Okay, so we do have a little bit of a wind, 5 yards to the left here. I'm going to be up, of course. We get an extra 10 yards carry on the tee shots. Shots landing, rolling on red crosshairs. Bolt to the nearest point of the green and off. Let me get this lined up here. Whoops. Right there is our pin. And here's the red, whoops, I didn't click. That's why they did that. Here's the red crosshairs right there. What's the other note? First putts from back to front of green, 2 columns longer. So again, you want to be short, not long. And then missed putts to pin 5. Well, we're not putting to pin 5, so we can just skip over that. All right, so this is a par 3. I'd rather be short than long. Do I want to hit a knockdown 5 iron or just hit a 5 iron? I'm just going to hit a 5 iron. We'll take chances here a little bit. Take Jeff's advice, no guts, no glory. So let's show some guts here. 46, 5 iron is a 4. So I'm not going to be long. I'm going to be to the right instead of to the left. I was kind of hoping he had like a 12 or a 24 there, but okay, so 195 and then no green roll. So I'm just barely on the green and I'm not on the red hash mark. All right, but I'm a good distance away. I'm a diagonal and 2 straights away. No, I came up well short. So I've got a 47-footer awaiting me.
All right. So
carry objective is 200.
Mr. Jones is going to work the ball.
Now, you know, you still have you still have your bounce back that you can use if you want.
All right, I'll take the bounce back.
Because you backed off of it when we discussed this before. So remember, your shot's going to go 5 to the left because of the wind.
Right.
So what you just tell me the club, because the number, well, depending on whether you use a wood or an iron, it will differ.
Four iron.
Yeah. And do you want to take your average W, the bonus? It will take
Yes.
5 yards right off of it for you.
Yes.
So your shot carried 205, left 5, and you roll 5. You put it right on the pin. 205, left 5.
Right on the stick.
Yeah, you're right on the stick. Let's see if you got a hole in one. 4 feet away. Oh my goodness. So you're definitely going to gain a stroke on me. Holy cow! Right on the pin. All right.
That was a nice shot by Mr. Jones.
It certainly was. So you're saving your bounce back actually paid off. You bogeyed, you double bogeyed, which was bad, but essentially you turned it around into no worse than a bogey because you're going to birdie this hole almost certainly.
See, I was looking for a par 3 to play the bounce
Sure.
back. Yeah.
You Sly Fox. Well, Dustin Johnson has almost no chance of making a long putt. If I'd have to roll a 66 regardless, because he has a 6 on a double one, which is not going to be good from this distance. So I'm going to play it safe. If I get a 66, it goes in, but that's my only hope. 41 is a 19 from 47 is 3 feet. And then a 13 is a 25, which is good from 3 feet. All right. And so from 4 feet, here you go. 46. Well, that's a 26. That's not great, but it just goes in.
All right. You rimmed it.
Yeah. Okay. The Thriller at Pinehurst. Let's load this last hole. A wild finish.
Okay.
We have some wind on this hole. We got a crosswind right. Well, we got some challenges up here around the green too.
Deduct 10 yards from all tee shots. Okay.
And there's our pin location, and we got like a double box here.
Yeah. Look at that.
Okay. So minus 10. Put that in for the tee shots. So don't forget it. All deep bunkers are played as having a poor lie. Maximum club is a 7. Oh, we are using the lie chart, so you can ignore that part. It's just a poor lie. Shots landing, rolling on green outside red line. Roll 5 yards away from red line before remaining roll. Shots landing, resting on any orange dot. Roll 1 square diagonally away from green and stop. Okay. Oh, those dots are on the corners of the. That isn't really a double line there. Those are grid lines, but just because of the proximity to it looks like a double line, doesn't it?
It does.
And especially with those orange dots that are there. Okay. So again, we'll worry more about that on the second shot. Now you have a momentum. You've got two momentum.
That's what I'm planning on, is you taking my momentum.
All right. Use it or lose it.
That's right.
And all right. So you can't aim when you do this.
Correct.
What club do you want to use?
The 5 wood.
All right, here we go. That's going to be an average W of 4. You want to take your average W bonus?
Yes.
See what happens here. So 220 right 5. That's going to hit the fairway.
220 right 5. Yeah.
And then you're going to lose 5 on the roll.
All right. So it's still in the fairway.
Yep.
All right. Very good.
220, right 5, and you're right there. Skirting danger.
Yeah. That time, sure. I thought it was going to roll into the sandscape.
Okay, well, I'm going to aim left. Wait till my guy comes up. And I'm going to hit a 4-wood, I think. 10 left. 4-wood. We have music. Hopefully that's not copyrighted. Otherwise, we're going to have trouble with YouTube.
That's my clock.
Oh. For those who tuned in late, that's actually a callback to one of the jokes I made at the beginning of the broadcast.
Yeah.
All right. And I said a 4-wood. So I need to roll the dice. 32. Okay. Well, I'm not even going to make this interesting here on the last hole. That's a 22. I go right 35, 215, right 35, and I'm probably not going to roll anywhere.
Well, you stay out of the deep bunker.
Let's see. I'm actually in the regular rough because I'm less than 1 full square into the trees.
Yes.
So that's regular rough. And I don't think I'm going to be, let me just quick look. I don't think I'm going to be blocked by that outcropping there. No, I'm not. I'm not blocked. All right. So I'm just, regular rough. All right. I'm going to hit a 4-wood. Because of these soaked conditions, I'm just hoping I won't roll very much. 64 is a 3. It's going to go to the right. So, well, and we got a crosswind right. Oh, hopefully that doesn't catch me. It didn't, but I'm going to be pretty far to the right. So 440, right 15.
Fairway.
Oh, interesting. And then I think I roll 10 if I look back here. No, I roll 5. So I'm going to be pretty close to that pin.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
In fact, I could putt from there. I'll have to think about that. Right, roll 5. And that's 2 straights away, right?
Yes.
So in terms of putting distance, what that would look like, and I'd have to go 1 column longer just because of that. Oh, oops. So I'd have to be putting from like I think it's the 30-foot board. So well, I'll reserve making a decision on that until my turn. Again, I'll give you a look at the course here in terms of what you're looking at, and then come back over here, and there's your shot chart.
Okay. I'm going to work the ball.
Okay.
And my hold on a second. I just did my math. I got to redo it. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to work the ball 15 to the left with a 3-iron.
Okay.
Okay. Let her rip.
Okay. So this turned red, and the reason for that is that you are short-sighted and aiming, essentially aiming, and so that means I made a mistake. That's what I was trying to get to. Work the balls down here. Right. Okay. 15 to the left. I just had the wrong box.
Yep.
Okay. And you said 3-iron.
Correct.
All right. Here we go. Your shot roll is a 53.
All right. That's a 7.
Okay. And your work the ball roll in the W column is a 56.
13.
All right, let's see what happens there. Let's see if you get any wind. You got blown 10 to the right, which actually helps you because you ended up going 405 left 20.
That's where I
with
want to
no
be.
fairway roll.
No roll,
405.
right?
Correct.
That's where I want to be. Because I've got a good angle and I can hit my approach.
Okay. Very strategic player here. I love it. And I believe you're going to be up here for sure. Yep. Now your target right now, because of your good angle, is the pin, so, and your 45 yards call distance. Is there any change you want to make? And you're hitting from the south.
No.
And again, we're going to ignore these shots landing rolling because these are approach shots, not WI shots. So a 63 in the A column.
11.
Yeah, almost everybody has that number there. So you're going to end up at 440 right 5. So that means you're going to be 1 straight away.
Yeah.
Nice shot.
I like it. About 8 foot.
Yep, exactly.
Mm-hmm.
For a par. All right. So I've got this 24 feet here. Let me go over to the clubs board. So, and we'll look at the putter. All right. So I have to, if I decide to putt from that distance, I have to use the 25 to 29 column, and I have to go for it. If I'm chipping with my putter from off the green, and that means a 1 through 7 is in, and that means he's got 3 numbers on his card that could go in from that distance. Whereas if I try to chip it in, he's got 1, maybe 2 numbers. So I am going to putt from that distance.
Okay.
And let me show you how I do that. I don't know if you've seen this before or not, but we've got that 24 here. I need to put it down here.
Right.
As well. Okay. And
off the green.
Yeah, I'm gonna use this control right here. I'm trying to remember if I have to say if it's on the green or not. I think I do. Can't remember. But we're gonna do this. Are you chipping with the putter? Yes. Okay. Make sure an initial putt distance is entered in the notes. Okay, it is. Why is it not seeing it? It is there. I wonder if this is the problem. Let me erase that. That could be the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So long since I've done this, I don't want to clear the putt distance. I just want to clear that shot. Okay, now let me try it. Yes. Yeah, that was the problem. I shouldn't have put that green line there. Okay, so I got a roller. So chipping from from the fairway at a distance of 24 feet. My die roll is done for me. It's a 14, which is most likely a 14 on his card, right? So we'll come over one extra column because I'm one square off the green, and a 14 leaves me 2 feet away. So I put a 2 in this box here and click continue. And now what it does is it records it as being on the green with a putt distance of 2 feet.
Okay.
Which means I've got a good chance of making par, but I need you to miss this 8-foot putt in order for this to end up as a tie. And I don't wish you any ill will. Let's hope you make it. You ready?
Yeah.
Drum roll. Here's your putt. I probably should let me go first, and that way you can putt out to win the championship.
Sure.
All right. I'll putt first. I'm taking your die roll by doing that. So 53 is a 17. That's going to be good from 2 feet. So I'm in. And now, if you make this, you win. If you miss it, we likely end up as a tie. 13.
25.
From 8 feet. Oh, missed it by 2 feet.
Yeah.
And the 55, of course, that's going to be good enough to make it from 2 feet with that number. Wow. Okay. Well, let's take a quick look at the stats here. So this is like kissing your sister, right? You end up with a tie at the end of several hours of arduous, hotly contested APBA golf. Both of us 5 over with 75s on this course. Really tough course. I'd have to play it a lot more to get any good at this course. So, you had 57% fairways, whereas I had 71% fairways. A lot of that came at the beginning of round 1, and then at the beginning of tonight's round. We both had 39% greens in regulation, so we were having a hard time, keeping the ball on these greens or getting these balls on the greens. You were only had one actual greenside trap that you were in, and why didn't that record that as a sand save? I'm not sure why that didn't. I don't remember that hole well enough.
I went from sand trap to sand trap.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, you hit it from the sand trap to the fairway, but then did you chip it in?
No, I went from one sand trap to the other sand trap on the other side of the green, and then.
But I think we decided you were in the fairway. I'm not. This is kind of an unusual, and I don't remember. We'd have to go back and watch the recording. The scoring here may be wrong for this. There may be a sand save that should be in here. No. You're saying that you one putted because. That's right. Yes, I wasn't listening carefully, John. That's right. You chipped it back onto the green from the fairway. Yes. So while it was only one putt, it was actually 2 total shots. Correct. From the time that you were in the sand trap. Gotcha. Okay. Once again, the game caddy is smarter than I am on the fly. And then for me, I was in the sand greenside bunkers twice and got both of those down for 2 sand saves. Your longest drive, 300 yards. Not surprisingly, Dustin Johnson was a little longer at 315. We didn't do the 2-hole driving distance. This is a feature of 6.2. John, I know you're not familiar with this, but if we had wanted to, we could have calculated average driving distance in another way by just selecting 2 holes that we wanted to use for that calculation, but we didn't do that. Longest putt you made with Bobby was 13 feet. Mine very similar, 14 feet. These stats are quite similar. Long total length putts made 71 feet. Me 71.5 feet, and then average driving distance 250 versus 257. Number of putts was different though. You only had 26 putts, which is outstanding, and I had 29, which isn't bad, but not great. So we got Jeff chiming in here. Thanks for sticking with us, Jeff, the entire time. Oh, Jeff is asking for a playoff on this. Not tonight. I'm past my bedtime. I would be happy to do that on another occasion. But let's wrap this up if you don't mind, because we've been at this 2 hours and 15 minutes as it is, which is a pretty lengthy video. Are you okay with that, John?
Yeah, sure.
All right. I love your competitive edge. I can tell you really want to do the playoff, but I'm gonna.
No, it's home court advantage.
All right. Well, we'll get together soon, and I know Jeff wants to take me on as well. So there may be another live stream coming up here shortly with Jeff and I playing. I don't know what course he'll want to play, but I enjoyed tonight so much that I'm thinking that I may do these more frequently. Obviously, once every 6 months isn't frequent at all, but I had been doing them about once a month, and I may pick up the pace on that because this was a lot of fun. And I've worked out a lot of the technical problems.
Let me know, because I enjoy this.
Yeah, I mean, and for me, in the past, it's been fairly stressful because I've had trouble with getting the right cameras and zooms and trying to figure out all those details. And I think I've done as well as I can with the equipment that I've got. And I think this video will be certainly watchable. I'm not concerned about that. Anybody else that wants to, join in and play me on a live stream, just shoot me an email, let me know, and we'll figure something out. Well, John, thank you so much. It's been great catching up with you again, playing tonight, and I guess I should leave by saying grip it and rip it.
Okay, Scott, take care. Enjoyed all of it. Take care.